Picture this. Your sweet indoor cat is finally on a perfect diet, happy and healthy. Then, your nosy neighbor starts sneaking her treats behind your back, laughing off your polite warnings. But when she ignores you one too many times, you unleash a plan so simple, so petty, and so satisfying that she'll never forget it. Get ready for a revenge that's pure catastrophe. If you've ever had someone cross your boundaries and dismiss you like you're nothing, only to dream of that perfect comeback, this story's for you. Hit that like button if you're Team Revenge, subscribe for more tales of sweet justice, and let's dive into one woman's clever clapback that left her neighbor begging for mercy. I never thought a tiny ball of fur could become the center of a neighborhood war, but that's exactly what happened when my neighbor decided my cat's diet was her business. Let me take you back. My name's Sarah, and I'm 32, living in a quiet suburban apartment complex where everyone mostly keeps to themselves. Mostly. I've had my cat Whiskers for 4 years now. She's my everything, a fluffy gray tabby with big green eyes and a purr that could melt ice. But she's indoor only for a reason. She's got sensitive digestion, and her vet put her on a strict diet after a scare with some cheap treats a couple years back. No random snacks, no table scraps, just her special kibble and the occasional vet-approved nibble. Whiskers loves sitting by the window or in the hallway when I crack the door open while I'm home. It's her little slice of the outside world, watching birds, feeling the breeze. The hallway's shared, but it's quiet, and she's microchipped just in case. I never worried about it until Mrs. Jenkins moved in next door. Mrs. Jenkins was in her late 50s, retired, and apparently bored out of her mind. The first time I saw her feeding Whiskers, I was coming back from work. There she was, crouched down with a handful of what looked like tuna flakes, cooing at my cat like she was her own. Whiskers was lapping it up, of course. What cat wouldn't? I smiled politely and said, "Oh, hey, thanks for being nice to her, but she's on a special diet. Please don't feed her anything extra. It upsets her stomach." Mrs. Jenkins straightened up, chuckling like I'd told a joke. "Oh, honey, it's just a little treat. Look how happy she is. Cats love tuna." I felt that first twinge of irritation, the kind that knots in your chest when someone brushes off your words, but I kept it cool. "I get it, but really, her vet's strict about it. She's had issues before." She waved her hand dismissively. "Pfft, vets these days. Overreact to everything. It's fine." And that was that. She walked back into her apartment, leaving me standing there, fuming silently. Whiskers looked up at me with those innocent eyes, like, "What? It was yummy." The next few days, it happened again. I'd peek out and see Mrs. Jenkins slipping Whiskers bits of food. Cheese one time, chicken scraps another. Each time I'd remind her, "Please don't, she's not supposed to have that." And each time she'd laugh it off. "It's just a snack. You're too uptight, dear." Uptight? The word echoed in my head like a slap. I wasn't being uptight. I was being responsible. But she made me feel like I was the crazy one, the overprotective cat mom who couldn't let her pet have fun. Then the problem started. Whiskers began turning her nose up at her regular food. She'd meow plaintively at her bowl, then wander away, unsatisfied. Her coat lost a bit of its shine, and she seemed lethargic. I took her to the vet, worried sick. $200 later, the diagnosis? Dietary upset from inconsistent feeding. "Keep her on that strict regimen," the vet said. "No extras, or it'll get worse." I confronted Mrs. Jenkins one last time, heart pounding with frustration. "Look, Whiskers is getting sick from the treats. Please stop feeding her. It's not cute, it's harming her." She rolled her eyes, actually rolled them. "Oh, come on, she's fine. Cats are tougher than you think." That was the moment something snapped inside me. The disrespect, the entitlement. It wasn't just about the cat anymore. It was about her treating my boundaries like they didn't matter, like I was some silly girl she could ignore. I stopped arguing, stopped reminding, and started planning. See, Whiskers has this habit. When she's hungry, really hungry, she meows like the world is ending. Loud, insistent, non-stop yowls that could wake the dead. And since Mrs. Jenkins had been stuffing her with treats, Whiskers had started associating her door with food. Every time she got a whiff of those snacks, she'd sit outside waiting. I decided to let nature take its course. The next morning, I accidentally left the hallway door cracked just enough. Whiskers slipped out, made a beeline for Mrs. Jenkins' door, and started her symphony. Meow! Meow! Moo! I heard it from inside my apartment, piercing, relentless. Mrs. Jenkins' door creaked open. Shoo, kitty, go home! But Whiskers didn't budge. She planted herself there, yowling for her snack. That night, same thing, and the next morning. By day 3, I could hear Mrs. Jenkins muttering curses through the walls. Damn cat, why won't she shut up? I smiled to myself, sipping my coffee. Karma meet Whiskers. By day 5, the bags under Mrs. Jenkins' eyes were visible even from a distance. She'd knock on my door, looking disheveled. Your cat, she's been meowing at my door every morning at 5 a.m. Can you do something? I tilted my head, feigning innocence. Oh, that's odd. She must really like you. Maybe it's because of all those treats you've been giving her. Her face paled. Well, it was just a little fun. Fun? I echoed, my voice sweet but sharp. But now she's expecting food from you. Cats are creatures of habit, you know. She stammered. I can't sleep. Make it stop. I shrugged. If you stop feeding her, she'll lose interest. But if you keep it up, well, she'll keep coming back. That was the turning point. The next day, no treats. Whiskers meowed a bit, but when nothing came, she wandered back home. Mrs. Jenkins avoided eye contact after that. No more cute comments, no more snacks, just awkward waves in the hallway. And the best part? Whiskers went back to her diet, her coat shiny again, her energy up. No more vet bills, no more stress. Mrs. Jenkins learned her lesson the hard way, through sleepless nights and endless meows. It wasn't cruel, it was just natural. Consequences. In the end, revenge doesn't always need big plans. Sometimes it's as simple as letting someone face the mess they created. And trust me, nothing says boundaries like a cat's persistent yowl at dawn. If this petty revenge made you smile, or if you've got a story of your own about nosy neighbors getting what's coming to them, drop it in the comments below. Smash that like button if you're Team Whiskers, subscribe for more satisfying tales of justice served, and hit the bell so you never miss out. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.